a place out in
Auschwitz.
Germany.
Auschwitz.
Auschwitz.
Auschwitz. Say that
Sounds like
fucking
a
10
sounds
times.
like an alcohol beverage. Hey,
Uh,
hey, bartender, can I get an Auschwitz?
can
Can
I
I
get
get
two
a
Auschwitzes on the rocks? A little bit salt on top? Yeah.
Yeah.
shaken, not stirred?
Yep.
So I guess like to go all the way back, he wasn't like the only person doing horrible things. This was kind of taking place after Hitler had kind of already eradicated a lot of like democracy and civil liberties. Like we're in the meat of when he pretty much just was running that country. And so there was even institutes that he studied at that pretty much focused on really the main thing was racial purity, racial hygiene. And that was really where they learned a lot of that kind of like promote. I know my little flips.
I just turned
He just turned the light on.
Hey, there I am.
Hey. And so pretty much he was born in 1911 in Bavaria. He was a rich guy born into a rich family, studied anthropology, medicine, and philosophy, but then got his degrees in anthropology and medicine. And he studied under another famous eugenicist, Omar. And after he kind of like got all that figured out, he went and joined the Nazi party. And his father was kind of associated with that as well. So this was kind of just, what the family did. There, you grew up, you joined the Nazis.
What the fuck?
Family business.
Family bit, exactly. There are actually a lot of current landmarks, but his family were big into donating things, and so out there are a lot of like playgrounds with the Mengele family name still printed on there. A lot of just kind of like donative sites like that the family's still active in that community. So it is interesting to see like they're still out there doing things. So we can kind of get into who he was as a person. There are survivors of Joseph Mengele that have done documentaries and interviews and reports. He studied over almost 1,000, like kind of high thousands, 1,500 twins, and about only 200 of them survived his experimentations.
Does it say why twins?
Like why he kind of did it?
Yeah, well, I mean, why twins? Why not children, females? Why the twins?
So he did have, this was his main specialty. Icky enough, he was a twin specialist. And there were a lot of other people that he was kind of focused on. I mean, at the time, racial hygiene included different races, predominantly at that time, Jews and the Romanis or Gypsies. And they also really didn't enjoy kind of disabled people. If you had kind of any kind of scoliosis or any kind of cerebral palsy, like that was kind of a no-go if you were mentally ill.
Oh, yeah.
And so all of this kind of fell under to the purity. That's what they kind of were. Oh, you're mentally ill, you go to the gas chamber. Oh, you're mentally ill, you have to be sterilized. So forced sterilization was already running rampant across the whole community. But when it came down to the twins, the icky part of it was you had a control subject and you had your experiment subject, and they shared identical kind of bodies, DNA, everything. So he would take one twin, subject them to maybe a needless amputation or organ transplant or blood transfusion. All of this was always done without anesthesia, and pretty much let them kind of like suffer with it, whatever it was, like what's wrong with them, and then unfortunately euthanize both of them and then autopsy both of them to study how that kind of happened. And also twins at that time.
Wait, hold on a second.
You're good.
I completely lost the screen.